Hey guys, this is Jenny, and this is our Reiki Restorative class. And we're actually coming up on the end of August and into the beginning of September. We're moving closer and closer to fall. And today, what I wanted us to be kind of thinking about and focusing on while we're in our restorative postures, while we're in our restorative practice, is that idea of reception and ensuring that we are open and understanding what it means to receive. And if we're actually giving ourselves that permission, not just permission, but honoring our truth to the degree that we recognize our inheritance. Does that make sense? So today I just kind of want us thinking about those kinds of things. I'm going to read you a quick paragraph out of this is the fourth book of the Life and Teaching of the Masters of the Far East. And it says that differentiate between the natural impetus of an accepted fact and the imposition of our wills to force a condition which we imagine to be better than the one that's already existing. We should differentiate between the natural impetus of an accepted fact and the imposition of our wills to force a condition which we imagine to be better than the one that's already existing. There's a natural impetus of an accepted fact. The accepted fact is that everything that exists within that universal well of things that are available to me through my inheritance as a child of divine, of God, of source, of great spirit, that's a fact. That's a fact that only needs our acceptance and allowance, right? Versus the imposition of our wills to force a condition imagine to be better than the one that's already existing, versus our imposed will, us trying to force a situation so that we can achieve something better than we think what we already have, as opposed to just opening up to and receiving what is. The acceptance of a thing given never involves what we call forceful will. So to receive does not mean that we must engage in a forceful will. And even the process of manifestation and co-creation, I think we think that's like a forceful will type of a situation as well. I want this thing. I must manifest this thing out of thin air because it doesn't already exist, right? Well, a lot of times when you study manifestation and when you study those kinds of things, they'll tell you, it's about claiming the truth by claiming it as if it already happened, right? As if it already were. Why? Because I'm claiming my truth, the fact that all of those things that I could potentially dream of within my heart's desire are already there for me, already available for me. Even if I can't see it with my mortal eyes, that's when I have to dig deep and utilize those spiritual eyes to witness that all of these things are available to me and that all I have to do is to accept that, to state that, to say, this is the thing that is already true for me, calling it into existence, into being, and then trusting in the fact that it's already there, that all you had to do was will it or call it into being, right? And it's not even about just calling it into being. It's just about trusting in the fact that everything is already there for you. Then all I have to do is ask, right? I'm not willing it. I'm not forcing. I'm not pressing. I'm allowing. I'm accepting. I'm saying, yes, this is my birthright. Yes, this already exists for me. Yes, I choose to experience this at this time in this space. Receiving an offered gift is infinitely more effective than to attempt to force one to give you something that is not already within his mind to give. Accepting a fact that is universally true involves no supreme assertion of the individual will. Perfection does not come from projecting our own ideas, but from awakening to the knowledge that it is already established in the order of things. That perfect manifestation does not come from projecting our own ideas, but from awakening to the knowledge that it is already the established order of things. It's already there. It's already in existence. It's already available to me. Now I state the thing, right? The desire of my heart. I call it into my experience, that energy of that thing. And then instead of continually saying to universe or divinity or God or source, hey, I still need this thing, I don't see it yet. Hey, I still want this thing, I don't see it yet. My mortal eyes cannot embrace this thing yet, so I need this thing. No, instead of continually putting it out there that we believe we still don't have the thing, we continually affirm to ourselves, it is done. It is done. Every time I note that my mind wants to go to that place of doubt and lack, it is done. And I feel that feeling in my heart. I let it expand into my being. It is done. I have asked, I have stated that that is the energy I want to experience more of. I have focused my attention on those energies that will draw me towards my highest and greatest good. And I know, because of the fact that I am available to this inheritance of all universal energies, that all I have to do is state the thing and then know in my heart, have that faith that it is already done. It is already done. So today during our practice, I really want us to just sit into our being, to relax, thinking about any of those things that maybe we have been hyper-focused on, that we believe we haven't received, but we still want, any of those things that we have been trying to force our will into creating this energy of this thing by forcing it to occur. Whatever those things are, pay attention to your interaction with the energy of the thing. Am I focusing my attention on the thing, recognizing what it is, and then recognizing that because of my inheritance, that it is already mine, that it already is done? Accepting what it really is that, because the truth is that everything is available to you. Every single thing that you can dream of, every single thing that could live in your heart is available to you. And all you have to do is accept what is. It's already there. It's already yours. All you have to do is put your attention on it. All you have to do is request that the thing be brought into your experience, focusing the attention, drawing that awareness, that energy into that space, and then claiming that it is yours. It is done. And not revisiting it over and over and over again. Yet anytime you find your mind wanting to go back to those old habitual places of not recognizing that it is yours, not believing that it is yours, reminding yourself that it is done. Because you are the child of God, divine, Mother, Father, God, whatever it is that you perceive that higher vibratory energy as, claiming your truth. It's more about sinking into the truth of your being, claiming your truth, claiming your inheritance, and accepting what is. So we're going to relax into those postures today. Take a look at those places where potentially our relationship hasn't been necessarily like of the acceptance and allowance, but trying to force that forceful will. And then giving yourself permission to relax into the knowledge of the truth that everything is already yours. Everything's already yours. Claim that truth and accept what is. So let's do that today. Let's go ahead and start by closing our eyes and just finding our breath. Coming along through the spine. Sinking deep into the breath, deep into the body. It's not that God, Source Divine, is withholding things from us, teaching us any lessons. There's no denying us of the things that we need or desire. It's only about the limitations that we have created in order to receive the things. Continue to breathe deep into the body, all the way down into the belly, allowing the belly to rise up away from the body on the inhale. And drawing the navel towards the spine on the exhale. Only the law governing infinite space should govern his thoughts and feelings. His bodily and manifest conditions. Man's sphere of rulership is within himself. Heavenly only when that rulership is exercised according to the facts of principle. And that principle is that you are the child of the universe, the supreme vibration of the divine. Nice and gentle, open up those eyes whenever you're ready so that we can move into that first restorative posture. We're going to come up on the hands and knees so that we can come into that child's pose posture. Drop the heels back, or the glutes back towards the heels. Spread the knees apart. Pull your bolster, blankets, or pillows in between those legs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, walk those hands up towards the top of the bolster and gently resting the left cheek. And breathe into the body as you relax into your props. Sinking into your breath. We must come to understand that our word is always established, and we never repeat it. It is not repetition that makes the words effective. It is your declaration that it be true. Really slow and gentle, come back to the breath. Come back to the body. Pressing into the palms of the hands, drawing the upper body away from the props. Long in the spine, breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Walk those hands back in front of those knees, dropping the glutes back down on top of the heels so that we can come into our next posture. We're going to take a block or some pillows or rolled up blankets so that we can lift the underside of our long props. Take a pillow for the top of the head. You're going to frame your props with both legs. Release the spine down into the earth, vertebra by vertebra. Press the glutes up against the base of those props. And then lift up through both legs and gently rest them on the props. You can release the hands at the side of the body or place the hands on the belly or the heart. And breathe deep. One of the areas that we tend to create limitation within our ability to manifest is that we make the mistake of dealing with opposites, disease and health. Those are two conditions, the one to replace the other. But it's more about seeking the perfection. And not just seeking the perfection, but accepting the perfection that is established unto you because you are that expression of divine, of source, of God. You cannot be anything other than perfect. It is only your mental perceptions that would tell you otherwise. So we lift up the perfection. The perfection exists independent of the opposites of health and disease. Perfection is an eternally established fact in principle, and it is complete within itself on every so-called plane of existence. I accept my perfection. I accept my divine inheritance. I recognize that all things are available to me. I will only place my attention on the desire of the heart. I give thanks that the manifestation is already there. That it is already established. Coming back to the body, back to the breath. Really slow and gentle, draw your legs from off of those elevated props, framing those props with both of your legs. Then pull the knees into the chest whenever you're ready. Roll over onto one side, press into the palm of your hand and draw yourself upright so that we can come into our next posture, which is a heart opener. Now, if you have a bolster, you can use that, but if that's too high for you for this heart opener, you can use a pillow or two pillows or a rolled up blanket or something of that nature. Place it underneath where your heart space is going to be. You want it to go right underneath, like for girls, like if you're wearing a sports bra or a bra, it's going to be right under that place. Men, it's going to be just underneath those shoulder blades. Anybody else? You're going to roll back onto those bolsters. You can relieve those arms up top or just rest the hand over the heart space. If you're going to release yourself over a bolster or something tall, you can take a couple pillows underneath the head or a block to relax the neck so that you're not straining your neck by allowing it to hang in an awkward position. You want to use a pillow or two pillows. Just listen to your body and whatever feels really comfortable, really safe, giving you that ability to totally relax into your posture. And another area that we often don't open ourselves up to the fullness of our ability to manifest is that we hyper-focus our attention on what we think we don't have. We hyper-focus, we focus and we said we want the thing because we don't have it, as opposed to opening up the consciousness so that you can see or include something which already exists. So it's more about opening up my perception to acknowledge that that thing that my heart desires already exists within my birthright, within that available energy that is there for me to draw from. That it's already there waiting for me. It's already there just waiting for me to claim it, to accept it, and to allow it to manifest in my physical reality. Coming back to the breath, back to the body. Really, really slow and gentle, pulling the knees into the chest. And rocking yourself upright away from those props that you have underneath that heart space. We're going to take those props down to the lower end of our mat so that we can place the knees over the top. So take a pillow to the top of your mat. Drape those knees over your supportive props. Really slow and gentle with grace and ease, releasing the spine all the way down into the mat. And allow yourself to rest, relax into the earth as you close the eyes and focus on the breath. Sinking deeper into the earth. On every exhalation, something else to consider is that the power is not in the word itself. The power is the motivating factor that fuels the words. The quality of the energy that you use to fuel the words, whether they be doubt, whether they be assurance, trust, faith. If we see ourselves as the truth of our being, if we see the spoken word as an extension of the Spirit, we are the determiner. We are the power and the expressor of that power and the sole determinator of what that word shall carry with it. So we must ensure that the energy that we are charging those words with is of our truth, embracing our perfection, opening us up to Spirit, recognizing that we are only broadening our consciousness to accept the truth that all things are available unto me. Really slow and gentle whenever you're ready. Move any props away necessary so that you can find your final Shavasana posture. Add any props that you might need so that you are the most comfortable, the most safe and secure. Deepening the breath once you find that super comfortable close pose posture. It is the land that thou seest, that will I give unto thee as an inheritance. How open is your consciousness? When I first read that quote, I thought of Simba from The Lion King and his dad taking him to that cliff and showing him that as far as he could see was his, that all of that land was his. Until they got to a certain point, right? So there were limitations to what he was able to receive. But our inheritance includes as much as we are willing to see, as much as we are willing to accept as ours, to believe that we are worthy and to know our inheritance, to know it truly and deeply down to the very fabric of our being. I am that I am that. And because I am that, all vibrational energies are subject to me, are open and available to me. All I have to do is open my mind to include the things that the heart desires, to recognize that they are already there. The thing that I desire is already there. It's already available to me. It's a matter of awareness on our part, and our awareness must be expanded to include the reality and existence of the truth of our nature, the perfection of our being, the availability of all things. There's nothing relative in being. All is complete. All is perfect. And the true practitioner identifies themselves with the reality and does not deal with delusion. The delusion is the social programs, the dogma, the outdated narratives and belief systems. All of the things that are not ours, the conditions that we've created, and the limitations that we have placed upon ourselves. We must take the attitude that it is already finished. It is already in existence. It is already ours. And then we move on, we go forward. Go forward in thanks. Go forward in gratitude. Really slow and gentle. Start coming back to the breath, back to the body. Wiggling the fingers and toes. Wrapping hands around the wrists and feet around the ankles. Taking any gentle stretches, moving any props out of the way that you might need. Rolling over onto the right side whenever you're ready in the fetal position. Take a couple more deep breaths. Pressing into the palm of the left hand, drawing yourself upright into a comfortable seated position so that we can complete our practice today with 3 long Sat Nam. Sat Nam, I am truth. Truth is my name. Truth is my identity. Take those hands in the prayer pose. Tuck the thumbs into the breastbone. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully and completely. Inhale to begin. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Namaste. Sat Nam, I am truth. Truth is my name. Namaste. I honor that unique divine expression of your own being without the desire to change it. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're able to relax a little bit and just consider the way that you think of your ability to receive and accept. What is the breadth of your ability to do so? How open is your mind's eye and your consciousness to see that everything that you are willing to witness as yours already is. So open the consciousness, expand the mind's eye to receive more, to be able to accept more, to see more. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Hope you guys have an awesome week, and I'll look forward to seeing you all next time.